Yo, somebody asked me to do some wild shit like that before.
He a DJ at the swingers party. DJ Mars. He the DJ at the swingers party.
Which camera?
Yes, sir. You can pick which one you want, cause you got to go DJ tonight at the swingers party. It's gonna be an orgy, porgy with Georgie Porgy with the pudding pie. I'll tell no lie. What you want? That's your camera.
Okay.
DJ Mars, he got a DJ tonight at the orgy. People having sex all over the room, but they need some tune so they can know what to do next. Hire a DJ and hit her with a while she getting hit with that. Got a DJ tonight at an orgy. I gotta play a track list while people are having sex. What songs do they want to hear? She got a dick in her face, she got a dick in her ear. I said, what? I said, what?
A motherfucker would be mad as shit if he was stuck behind a DJ.
At the orgy.
Niggas on their fucking.
Yeah. We got the 2-for-1 drinks. And take a break because the room's starting to stink. Hold on. Hey man, welcome back. The Black Market is open. Oh my God.
That was the intro?
Bruh, that's how we get down over there at the trap, man. It's still the trap. Even though this is the Black Market,
It's the trap.
we're in the trap, bro. Anything subject to happen, man. First of all,
Gotcha.
welcome to the trap, DJ Mars. I can't believe it took you this long to get over here, man. Man, if they just knew the history, bro. DJ Mars on the low. We planted the seeds to make this shit happen, bro. They don't know that, bro.
Man.
Like the test episodes, the test joints. This my original co-host right here. No, fuck that. Because without us doing that, we would have never figured out to do this.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, respect.
And it's like those days we spent in the studio, man, we knew we was on to something.
You just didn't know where it was gonna end up.
Exactamundo, bruh. First of all, welcome to the trap again, formally. Man, we've been over here cooking it up, and man, we know you in the city cooking it up, and shit, everywhere cooking it up, man. Give them a brief rundown, the background first, before we get into all the shit you're doing now.
Oh man, what decade you want to start in? I know that sounds old, but we can start in the
80s? No, what was you doing in the 80s, DJ Mars? Start in the 80s.
So, yeah, this is gonna sound extremely old. I know we focus on age and demographics. I bought my first record in 1982.
Okay, bet.
It was Planet Rock. That was
Planet Rock.
The very first
Don't
record.
stop.
I bought it from Maine Music in Springfield, Massachusetts. That's my hometown.
Springfield,
I
Massachusetts.
stole the $1.99 or 99 cent that it cost for the record from my mom's. You know, back in the day, moms had a big pocketbook. Right. You go in there, you take the money out the pocketbook.
I ain't never went in my mom's pocketbook.
I'm telling you myself.
You bold as fuck, bro. You probably one of the only surviving black children that has ever safely gone in their mother's pocketbook. I guess the type of shit they let y'all do in Springfield, Massachusetts. I ain't never even heard of no niggas living in Massachusetts. I got $5 for any nigga here in this room that can spell Massachusetts out loud without looking at it. Nobody even looked up. Don't spell no goddamn Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Man, what was it like growing up in that, like, as a black dude?
It was cool. So when I tell people that's where I'm from, first thing they say, is there black people in Massachusetts? I tell
It's
this
a
is
gang
on the
of black
street.
people up there.
You will get robbed quicker in Massachusetts than you would in, let's say, a New York. Obviously, I don't know that to be fact, but what I'm saying is it's wild there. Yeah. Like when you got your wild pockets, and then you got your suburban pockets. So what it did, it taught me a little bit about everything, because you had some friends, black, white, whatever, who grew up rich, and then on the other side you had some friends, black, white, whoever, who grew up poor, so you saw what the world really was.
And it was diversity.
Yeah, it was small enough so your parents let you out the house so you can experience, but big enough so you saw what it did. Like, so when I say saw what it did, I grew up, and I don't even like talking about this, but I grew up in the crack era. Like, I saw before it started, and then it swiped through my city. I saw that. I saw a kid, Travis Best, who graduated from a high school that went on to the NBA. He went to Georgia Tech, went to Pacers. He retired in the NBA. So when I say you saw everything, like I literally saw everything, and it made it so that in terms of who I am, DJ-wise and personality-wise, I was well-rounded because I saw all shapes of.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you, like having that wide range of people and friends and stuff around you, like what type of music did these people like introduce you to that we know that you might not have got? Just being, you know. We
didn't have V103 in Massachusetts. We had WHYN, and they used to play the Doobie Brothers, Linda Ronstadt, Hall & Notes. Okay. Like, so we had.
Well, Hall & Notes, that's funk though. They some funky ass white boys.
Yeah, but that's what we had, right? And then we had college radio, who extremely day-parted. 2 hours a day, you would hear hip-hop, but it wouldn't be the same 2 hours every day. So on Monday, it'd be 2 to 4. On Tuesday, it would be 4 to 6. On Wednesday, it'd be 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. It was extremely day-parted.
Who the fuck up at 3 a.m.?
But it was college radio. Oh. So college radio back then was extremely organic, and it was extremely experimental. So after your hip-hop show, it would be acid rock. Before that, it would be roots reggae. So we really grew up listening to everything, and it kind of made me, from a DJ's perspective, it made me a better DJ because, I mean, I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin, at the same time listening to Ultramagnetic and De La Soul and Public Enemy. Right. So the reason why my crates are as deep as they are is because that's how I grew up. Right, I didn't just grow up listening to just Luther Vandross. As a kid, I wish I did because, you know, you're fishing through the radio for Run DMC and it didn't happen.
Right.
So
Luther lost me with that whole dance with my father shit.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I ain't never heard niggas say that.
Luther or Skinny Luther?
That was one of his last albums. Yeah, this nigga made an album called Dance With My Father. I was like, what the fuck?
God bless his dad, Luther. God bless his dad.
I mean, I love Luther, but I ain't gotta like everything.
Yeah.
Damn, that one threw me all the way off. I wasn't even really all the way in my adulthood, and I was like, what?
You didn't get it.
I looked at my dad, I was like, don't you ever try to dance with me. What type of shit is that?
Yeah, this dude's really funny.
Hell yeah, man. So that's what happened in the 80s. You just discovering all this dope ass shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what led you to the DJing?
It was a neighborhood thing. So the neighborhood that I grew up in, I felt like was the coolest neighborhood in the city. That's just how I felt. We probably weren't, but that's
everybody
how I felt.
Everybody feel like that neighborhood the coolest one.
So legitimately, we had one of the best graffiti writers in the city. He lived down the block. So I lived on the projects in Hickory Street. He lived on Eastern Ave, like literally on the corner. So you got the best graffiti writer in the city. One of my neighbors, a few houses down, was a DJ, and there was another DJ at the top of the projects who I would stand in front of the bus stop, and he's cutting up break beats. So I felt like that's what I was around naturally. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was going to be this. Right. I didn't know that this was even available for people outside of New York, because I legitimately thought the only way you can get on is if you lived in New York, because you would see Run DMC with Jam Master Jay, you would see LL Cool J with Cut Creator, and so I thought that the DJ got on because he lived across the street from the rapper. I didn't live across the street from the rapper.
Mm. What's my DJ's name? Yo, Cut Creator.
So, I thought that was the trajectory.
Yeah. But that's dope, man. You really got to take your whole dreams and DJing aspirations to a whole nother level and work with some legends in the city, man.
Yeah.
How you go from Springfield, Massachusetts to Atlanta, Georgia?
It was college, Clark Atlanta University.
Okay.
That was the reason that brought me to the A. Yeah.
I was just throwing the HBCU route. We always got to show love to the.
Nah, it was honestly that was the plug. So came down here in '91 to go to college. I was graduated, but in school I was majoring in communications, and I wanted to create content for TV, kind of like what your crew is doing.
Yeah.
Inspired by.
Because this is the #1 black TV show that's not on TV.
All day, not on TV, but
not on TV.
It's going to be. We already know that. So I was inspired by Spike Lee and Arsenio Hall. Arsenio, obviously, for his late night talk show, and then the stuff that Spike was doing with his films. I felt like that talked to me directly. And I knew Spike went to Morehouse, but he took his classes at Clark. So I was like, well, I'll just go directly to the source. I'll take my classes at Clark. So that's what got me to the A.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Karlous Miller here. Guys, how long do you expect her to stay if you aren't satisfying her sexually? It won't be long. She probably cheating on you right now with her work husband. Get you some Blue Chew today and leave her speechless. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable tablet and at a fraction of the cost. The first step is simple. Visit BlueChew.com, then consult with one of the licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. So if you can benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew for free when you use promo code BLACK at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code BLACK to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more important safety information, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. How you get to working with people like Outkast and shit like that, man?
So the Outkast story is crazy. So my man Sean Johnson introduced me to Outkast. This is when they were both in high school. All right, both of them was in high school, and one day he picks me up. Me and DJ Trauma at the time were roommates, and he picks me up. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you over to meet these rappers. They're really dope." This is, let's say, 92, 93. So we pull up to this house. Walk in the house, there's an older black woman in the kitchen cooking. We say hi, and we go downstairs. So you walk down, this is God's honest truth. You walk downstairs, and you see a bunch of guys sitting over there, somebody laying on the floor, someone over there, and then you see this skinny, dark-skinned cat, I guess like behind the booth. And it's Rico Wade. Now, I don't know who I'm looking at, because this is the first time I'm walking into the house, but it's the dungeon, right? So I don't remember what they were recording, but this is Dungeon before Outkast got signed to LaFace. It was whatever that year was. So let's say, for argument's sake, let's say it's 93, right? They're still in high school, 93, and the whole Dungeon is forming, right? So I'm sitting there talking to Rico, and Rico is legitimately like the visionary. But I mean, we talked hip hop for hours, and I felt like they were the same as me in terms of hip hop knowledge, history. I mean, we're talking everything. We're talking break beats. We're talking Africa Bambaataa. These are dudes I'd never met before, but I knew that they knew what time it was. Right. I don't care where, it didn't even matter where they were from. You knew that they knew, and then you knew that Rico was the head, because he was forming a crew like Voltron. Now, again, I didn't know, let's say there's 6 bodies sitting over there. I didn't know that these 2 Outcasts and these 4 were Goody Mob. I just knew that they were rappers that this genius was putting together. So imagine seeing Dungeon Family from, that's not the beginning, but this is before Outkast got a record deal. Like, so I've been in that space, in around Atlanta history from, and let's say that was my starting point. Mm-hmm. Incredible. And then only to find out, I go home for the summer, come back, Outkast got a record deal with LaFace. And I'm like, these are the cats who I used to kick it with. They used to come to our crib, rhyme in our living room. I wish we had social media back then, because it was some real history. When one of them dyed their hair blonde, and I don't remember who, so I don't want to mess up the story. One of them dyed their hair blonde, and their moms kicked them out the house. I picked up whoever the one was. I picked up the other one to pick up the one who got kicked out the crib to bring him to the other one's house. Like, so seeing them from that vantage point from day one, you knew they were nice on a hip hop level. From like, there was no marketing plan. No, these two high school kids was bananas with it. So, you know, that's the genesis of my history of hip hop here in Atlanta.
Man, you got a lot of history though. Karlous Miller here. Look, man, this pandemic got everybody hurting in more ways than one. Take control of your debt with our sponsor, PDS Debt. PDS Debt rolls all of your payments into one low 0% interest monthly payment. PDS is so confident they can save you money, they're giving our listeners with eligible accounts $25 gift card. Yeah, I said it. PDS is offering $25 Visa gift cards to our listeners with eligible accounts just for completing the quick and easy debt assessment at www.pdsdebt.com/black. Listen, everybody's not gonna get a $25 gift card. If you qualify and your account is eligible, then they will send you a $25 gift card. Don't call them people acting a fool about no money that you did not qualify for. So go to pdsdebt.com/black and see if you qualify for the gift card. In the history of Atlanta, I done heard a few people shout you out at their verses and shit like that recently.
Thank you. Thank you. We did the Monica verses, which was crazy. I think to this day, I think that's top 5 highest rated verses of all of them, which is bananas. Because you're in a room like this, right? And you're not knowing that the numbers are going through the roof. And we were, let's say 30% through the show, and the producer came over and was like, yo, y'all broke a record. And I'm literally, we're in a room like this. You don't know that the record is being broke. You're not even paying. I'm just making sure that we start Monica's records on point. Then he's like, no, you're at, I'm paraphrasing the number because I don't remember it. Let's say he's like, we're almost at 2 million.
I was in there.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was in there. I was in the comments talking so much shit.
What you talking about?
Bro, you know the comments was going crazy because Monica had them boots on that looked like prosthetic legs. That was one of the best ones, bro. Like, man, people love to see, you know, our stars finally getting their flowers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I love it. I feel like Atlanta has been on top longer than any other city has been on top.
And you've been here the whole time. Bro, this is going to have to take us like 5 episodes to get through all the shit you done did.
I'll switch my shirts. I'll come back.
Fuck the shirts, man. That's how gangster we are in this motherfucker, man. Fuck switching. We're just going to keep the cameras on until we leave this motherfucker, man. So what you got going on right now, man? I know you've been going crazy with the cars. I want to skip straight to that part because that's my favorite part.
How many cars do you have?
Shit. We don't say numbers and things like that. We gotta. We'll never be walking. I'll never be walking. I'll never walk anywhere. So
I got the Uptown Car Club. It's really
what I gotta have to be in the Uptown Car Club.
So the Uptown Car Club focuses on cars primarily from the 80s and 90s. Obviously, you know, we're gonna stretch it out because, you know, time is moving on, but 80s and 90s European style whips for the most part.
I'm about to get some then. I've been wanting to get me a 5-speed anyway. So if you know anybody got an M3 manual.
Coach K got.
I can't. No. Coach got some shit that's immaculate. I remember because of his birthday, they got him that cold ass BMW.
Man, Migos bought it for him, right?
Maybe the label, maybe QC. Somebody at the label made sure that, because I remember them when they shipped it to Atlanta. Because I got the call a couple times before they found the actual one, like, Los, you got one? I was like, hell no. You know how much that bitch is?
Yeah. You know, so the cool thing about cars, you know, the way we're doing the car thing is, you don't got, Coach's level is another level, right?
Coach been killing it for so long on the low end. He don't fuck with none of that. A lot of people won't even know Coach if they walk past him. But he's just been, he's so low key with the shit.
So his is like executive level.
Got to get him up here.
Definitely that. And then, but you can enter the old school car game with like $5,000, and I'm not saying $5,000 is a little bit of money,
Stop
but
lying to these people.
no, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
You can buy it. You can own it for that, but you ain't going nowhere. Come
So
on,
if you
Mars.
look, I'm
See,
keeping
that's
it
why
100.
people end up with all these fucking cars and broken dreams, because you really believe that shit. No. If you buy an old car, you need enough money to make that bitch a new car.
Yeah, you need. I'm saying to buy the car.
Yeah, you can own it.
You can own it. You can own it. So you can get in. But you can find you a nice late model '90s era Benz or
With some turbo on it. Yeah, you're right.
You could.
But
I mean,
then,
obviously, it's an investment. You got to put into it.
you got to put into it.
You gotta.
I'm gonna
put
rap
into
with you.
it.
I'm gonna get me something. It's got to be a 5-speed though.
See, I don't like driving 6 automatic. I'm not a speedster. So I'm not on a highway going a million miles an hour now. On 400 going 150.
This fucking guy. I'm about to start a class just teaching people how to drive sticks. Man. That's
No,
gonna...
my first car was a stick. I had an '86 Dodge Lancer. That was my very
You
first
had a
car.
Lancer?
Dodge Lancer, turbo, at that. Automatic. Gray. The turbo didn't make it go faster because it was already old when I got it, but it was an '86 Dodge Lancer, turbo. Bought it from auction for $2,500.
You know what's crazy? I had a car just like that, but I had, Dodge Plymouth, they made the same shit. I had the Plymouth Laser, which is the same fucking car.
Essentially.
Exactly.
Mine was a big ass brick.
My shit was probably 88, but when I bought it, it was so low mileage and so immaculate.
I can't even tell
drove
you how
shit
many
out of
miles
it.
I had on it.
I was so mad when I first got it because I came home and I was like, because I was saving up to buy a car, so the car, I had it like in my mind, and then I got this one, but like, I didn't pick it. So I'm like, all right, I'll drive, fuck it, whatever. I'm just trying to roll at this point. I go out there and I'm about to start, like, no, it's a stick. I'm like, fuck. I went in the house, I was like, shit, how am I gonna do this? I was like, you'll figure it out. So I went back outside that same night, drove that bitch. I got stuck for like 15 minutes. But I got stuck for like 15 minutes. And then I figured that shit out. And then like, I did that shit maybe 2 more nights, just driving when I got home, drove that bitch to school, and I was like, man, I'm Gucci.
Good money. Yeah, man.
Taught myself.
The car thing is, every man needs their thing, right? Every man needs a thing. So for some, I do sneakers, I do firearms, cars, and bikes. We all, you need a hobby. When you come off the road, you need something to take you away from this to relax yourself.
You got a lot of hobbies, man. You do cars, firearms, and you build bikes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
When you find time to mix it all up.
The days that I'm not in the clubs or not on the road, like really it's my relaxation tool. You know what I mean? To get away from...
See, I didn't know you was a gun enthusiast like that.
Bro, it's the South. You gotta protect yourself.
Yeah.
Got to. Even before the nonsense with the last president, like I was on that heavy. Like
One thing they love in the South though, man, that's some guns and some Jesus. And they take turns. It depends on where you at.
It's the same situation. So on the tip of the bikes, that's my newest public venture.
Right.
Is made by Mars. So I customize bikes for people. So you can either buy a factory bike.
We got one. Thad,
What's
you
that?
got our bike?
Yeah. We got some, man, let me see it. I gotta show Mars. I wanna get his opinion. We had another guy come who built bikes, black dude, entrepreneur.
Dope.
We got a little.
What's his name?
God damn it, Mars.
Trick question. But
we'll get his name, but he's pretty dope. We're gonna get him to finish the. Well, right now, we just got it as like art. We're gonna get him to complete it. We gotta get a DJ Mars bike, 85 South theme.
That colorway, the black with the orange and the blue?
OG colorway. We'll go OG. We'll go red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah,
So,
we need one.
The bike thing, I started at, I was diagnosed with diabetes, let's say about 8 years ago. So the doctor was like, yo, you gotta lose some weight. So I'm not a gym person. I'm not gonna be in the gym lifting, running. So I figured I needed to do something to get some exercise in.
Check that out.
Ooh. Super light frame too. Who's gonna ride this?
This is my shit.
Nice.
Yeah. My shit. I gotta get back in touch with him. He got the rest of the parts to finish it. He just gotta come up here and do it.
So I like obviously the Atlanta theme with the
Right.
can you see it on this side? The peach, obviously the 85 South. This
And
is
we
dope.
on fire. You see the smoke and the flames.
On-
We got our goons right here.
The Killers.
Yeah, we got the killers on that bitch. We got the A-Town.
Dope.
Come on, man.
Dope.
Quit touching shit. You see it?
Leave it alone.
You know
Leave
it.
it down there on the chain.
85. We just building
Up
over
on
here,
the top
man.
too. And what's this right here? That's his name, JRS Custom Bicycles.
Yeah, JRS.
Boom.
Shout out to my dog. We're gonna get you up here to finish this for me.
So yeah, it was really born out of necessity. I
Give it to
needed
Dad.
to. Oh
He
my
gonna
bad.
take it back.
I needed to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I just started riding bikes around the city. I saw Jay Reed and the Dope Peddlers. Their crew is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I started my crew. Then I bought a second bike and was like, let me flip. You know, it's hip hop.
Right.
We don't like things to stay stationary. We you know, remix it into our own thing.
Yeah.
And then I
Keep
did
it
my
moving.
bike. And I did that bike, and then I did 2 more for myself and posted a picture of it. And this kid from England said he wanted to buy it. And just word to my son. I named him a price. He wired the money. I shipped him the bike. 2 weeks later, he had a bike he posted it. Someone else was like, who did that bike? I want to buy one from him too. And that's legitimately how the business started.
That's what's up, man. Tell me more about the gun classes and the handguns and things of that nature.
So Vault ATL, really just about understanding the importance of gun safety and education. That's before you get a gun, you need to know how to use it. When that projectile, when that bullet comes out that thing, it's another conversation. A lot of us around the way have guns, but we don't know how to use them. So, you know, we put ourselves in bad situations. We may carry a gun, a situation, someone may approach you at a gas station, and if he turns around, you shoot him. While he's turning around, now you're at fault. So what we just try to teach gun education so that when we're in a situation, we make the proper decision. A lot of times we put ourselves in these predicaments and we don't do the legal thing. We do what our emotions are telling us. We can't move like that. And so Vault is about making sure we know what time it is.
I'm coming.
Bet.
I'm coming. Well, shit, man. Drop your social media, DJ Mars.
Hey,
Let them know
man,
where they can find you at, man.
DJ Mars 404 on Instagram and Mars Hall on Facebook.
Do me a favor, though,
What?
man. Make me a promise. Don't let this be the last time you stop through here.
Oh, no. I mean, your team know how to find me. I love
No,
these dudes.
we've been talking about getting you up
I know,
here
I
for the
know.
longest, man.
Schedules. I'm so glad we were able to do this today.
So if they need more information about the bikes, the guns, the DJing,
Everything. I mean, my general page is at DJ Mars 404. I post everything there.
Right.
Cars, bikes, firearms, everything right there. Parties, tours, all of that.
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope everyone who's watching
Knows and understands that the black market is open. Yeah. The black market is open. My bad, I got excited, DJ Mars. I'm sorry. This shit makes me happy, DJ Mars. Hey, man, we got DJ Mars in the building with us today. 85 South Show, Black Market. We out of here. My dog.
Yo, I didn't realize that was your intro. I thought you were just rapping in the beginning.
That's how we